Welcome to this episode where we start our journey. I'm already in Sardinia. If you want to know how we got here, stay tuned.
You will see us being stuck almost a week in the beautiful but already pretty cold Schwarzwald while waiting for our Starlink antenna. Head south through France to take a ferry to Sardinia. But let's get started.
So yes, it's happening. I'm on my way to meet Ollie because he's on the boat right now. I still haven't figured out my mobile hotspot. Like I tried to, but it just doesn't work. So tomorrow is work. Let's see how that will work out.
Well, it did not work out. We still found a solution and I could work with my phone's mobile hotspot.
I can't believe I can see the moose from the train. Back! First day. Well, for me. For Ollie. He already was on the boat.
The next day we went to my parents' place to finish the last important bits in the van. We were waiting for a shower drain and Ollie was assembling his recently bought 3D printer.
Ollie mounted in like 3 days this crazy cool printer.
Ollie designs the pieces on a CAD software and then he prints them in plastic. For him it's second nature. In a former job he used to design machine parts in metal. He also printed a holder for the mixer, brackets for kitchen towels, phone charging stations and many practical custom-fit parts more. Mid-October granted us a number of still beautiful and sunny days. We went on a boat trip, 5 kilometers across a lake through small channels and a small castle nearby. As the sun started to set, it was already a bit chill.
So we have lots of blankets.
Luckily, the boat had an engine, except it went out of battery.
The motor went off on the furthest spot at the castle and now we have to row the 5 kilometers back.
We arrived at the castle and just headed back past a family of swans whose babies were already trying to sleep as dawn was starting when we went out of battery. Luckily, we had oars, so we rowed the whole way back and arrived in the dark. Lots of stargazing. We were a little worried about the battery not lasting from the start, but when it happened, it was alright. It made the experience even more real.
It's happening. We are reversing out of this last stop on our building on the road. Yes.
And on the road we were for real. One more stop in Berlin to drop off my work laptop for updates and off we went.
Our first real stop on the road in the morning. It's so beautiful, can't believe it. We found it by chance because I was responsible to picking a spot and I picked one on the highway.
We had a short visit in Cologne where I showed Ollie the massive and extremely impressive cathedral that also I had never seen. We found stops on the app Park 4 Night and just by looking at Google Maps on satellite view. We also stopped at less interesting spots.
We are already 5 days in and so far we mostly had like really nice spots in nature, but yesterday night we just passed a exit of the highway and then we just stopped on a supermarket parking lot and here we are right now working there and it's working too.
We decided to go south through Germany, partly to avoid the toll roads in France, but also because I wanted to show Ollie the Schwarzwald, the Black Forest, an exceptionally beautiful place in the most southwestern region in Germany.
Yes, typical for the Schwarzwald, this had the red balls.
Our first stop was breathtaking. We found a secluded parking spot high in the mountains.
Making our eggs on this November morning.
But would we have enough mobile reception for Ollie's many work meetings?
Fuck, we lost our reception and Ollie has a meeting, like a very important meeting, and we need about 20 minutes to the place. Not sure where to find the parking.
Panicked, we packed up and drove closer to the nearest town to find better reception.
Somewhere in these bushes, I see it. Well, luckily it all worked out. We were just like 1 minute before the meeting started. Ollie got on the internet. And we decided we want Starlink now, definitely, because we want to stay at such beautiful spots. We already did some research. We have to wait for 3 days for delivery. Let's do it. 3 days of autumn.
So there we were, stuck in the Schwarzwald in cold, damp November. Definitely not the sunshine van life I'd imagined.
You can put a stamp, I think. You want to put this on my forehead? I can't believe it.
You have to bring your arm.
Okay, good, I'm marked. You too, I think. Yes.
It was quite ironic. I had recently been promoting autumn travel for work, raving about the crisp, fresh air and the colorful leaves. And now, here I was, forced to embrace it for real. And suddenly, we made an astounding discovery.
Rumor is in the Schwarzwald is a Sasquatch.
Oh God!
I'm pretty sure we just saw it move above that hill.
Oh my God, yes.
We're going to go find it and
Yes, prove it to the world.
yes, it had some big ears, I think.
Yeah, it did.
Well, after all, it turned out to be a rabbit.
We're exploring the Schwarzwald right now in November, and it's super beautiful because you have all the leaves that are colorful and it's still warm temperatures. You will see those signs everywhere. This is very convenient for people like me, otherwise I just get lost constantly. It's this way that I have to choose. I just really love all the textures you can see. First you see this big grass, then you see this kind of a moss, I guess. It's almost like a star. Then you have here the fine grass. And here you have a different kind of moss. And you come here to the tree with this bark. And all of this on a tiny spot.
Everywhere I looked, I saw something beautiful. Weird to think that all this beauty going on around me was actually headed towards a little death. Despite the season, the weather was mostly kind to us. Clear skies gave way to misty mornings. But towards the end, an almost magical fog rolled through the valleys, leaving only the mountain peaks bathed in sunlight. We hiked many trails like the Engelssteig and around the Schwarzwasserdamm. Then we found a cozy mountain restaurant where Olli could have his first traditional German meal. One stop, the Mammelsee, stood out. It was here, by the serene lake, that Olli experienced his first
Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte.
Then came the setback. The Starling delivery was delayed by 2 days. So we hiked more. We visited the Triberg Waterfalls, where we also met this cute fellow. And when the valleys were swallowed by a never-ending fog, we escaped to the Feldberg, the highest peak in the Schwarzwald, where we parked at another incredible spot and got to hike more and even take some very beautiful misty photos.
Finding internet connection on the tip of the mountain.
Troubleshooting van stuff.
And then a little surprise happened.
We just got the notice that our Starlink is there a day earlier while being a day late. But there was supposed to be 2 days late. Now it's there. And we get to go. It's wonderful.
And suddenly we even found some sun again.
2 seconds of sunlight on this incredible. Or maybe it's because we came around the corner of the mountain. Yes, again.
We packed up, found a fountain to fill up our water tank, and drove to Freiburg to pick it up. Now, with Starlink in our paws, it was time to head south, to sunshine, warmth, and the salty breeze of the Mediterranean. As we left the Schwarzwald, I couldn't help but feel grateful. What began as an inconvenience turned into an unexpected gift. The autumn colors, the fog creeping through the valleys, and those golden bursts of sunlight reminded me why this season is so special. To my surprise, staying warm in the van also had been easy. We crossed the borders to France and rapidly went down a lot of toll roads. We only had one stopover, and already the next day we arrived in Toulon, from where the ferry would take us to Sardinia.
To the Mega Andrea we go.
I never sleep well in unknown tiny spaces, but this stormy night on the Mediterranean was quite beautiful to watch.
It was a nice and refreshing night. I don't think it was so refreshing, but it was okay. And now we are in Sardinia. See that? Oh, the colors of the sky, pretty. Goodbye, Mega Andrea!
We left the boat at 6:30 in the morning and had our first stopover in an already very beautiful Italian site.
Our first morning at 8 o'clock. We came from the ferry at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yes, sun is coming out. It's wonderful. It's way warmer than in Germany. 15 degrees or something. Very nice.
We continued straight south to a great kite spot where it would be easy for me to finally get on the board. But when we arrived, we found an
empty parking lot on a kite surfing spot.
Yes, there was no wind. So after some cleaning, we decided to move on. Finally, we arrived at a neighbor spot, Portugal Back. The beauty of this spot we would first be able to see in the morning.
Morning. The first really nice morning out view.
Really nice morning views.
I mean, we had...
You just like the beach the most.
Yes, that's true. We had very nice morning views before, but I'm just a beach lover. It's true. It's so wonderful.
You're so excited that you're outside without your pants on.
I have my pants on.
No, you don't.
But my shirt is long enough. Stop it.
But first, coffee. And learning what buttons to push.
This is the back side of the car. Beautiful. This is moose. And here we see flamingos go over the lake.
Yes, a really crazy and beautiful spot. In the next episode, you will see us explore the wonderful south of Sardinia. Bays with crystal clear turquoise waters, amazing mountain views, and wonderful white and empty and partially even remote beaches.
Yes, so this was the starting van life episode. If you liked it, give us a like. It helps me create more of this content. And if you are into van life or you want to start your own journey and want to get inspiration, then consider following us and hitting the notification bell so you won't lose us on YouTube. See you on the next episode and see you on the road. Bye.